Bilal's here. There we go. We haven't had a slow start like this in quite a while. I'm not surprised though. The recap video got very, very bad numbers today, which I'm not surprised about at all. It was a horrible Apex card last night, wasn't it? So I'm not surprised that the recap video didn't get very many views today, and I'm not surprised that we're not going to have too much of a turnout today. It's a Sunday night in America. It's the start of the week in Australia. Yeah, it's just going to be one of those kind of days. So I've got the top 10 ready to go. We're going to go through the top 10. We're going to crown the final top 10 list of the year before we get into the Christmas break and the New Year's break. So that'll be good. Then we'll check in on some of the Twitter news, and then we'll bloody wrap it up. We'll call it a day, boys. Hey, how about that? Nice, good, quick stream. What do we reckon? We'll do an hour-long stream. It'll be bloody glorious. So how are you, James? It's good to see you, man. What is up, Bilal? How are you, dude? How are you? What is the go, mate? Are you on your own tools now? Are you running your own business officially, or are you still transitioning over, dude? What's up, M Operator? How are you, man? Yellow Cap Soda. Why am I not surprised? It's not. It's vanilla Coke. It's sugar-free vanilla Coke. Probably my favorite out of all of the carbonated beverages. Vanilla Coke sugar-free is probably my favorite one. It's good stuff. I've been drinking this while I was doing the top 10 list. The Bondi situation. Yes, the Bondi situation is very, very sad. Very sad. A lot of good stuff to pick apart with that. But Bilal, we're going to keep this as an MMA channel. This is an MMA channel. We're going to talk MMA. We're going to talk MMA. Van is a paper champ. Woeful, what's up, dude? How are you, man? Good to see you, Woeful. Woeful, I don't care how much you go back and forth with people. I really don't. It's all good. If you try and dox people's full names and VPNs and addresses, I will ban you so fucking quick. So quick. There's shit talking, and then there's trying to expose people's full names. So none of that, mate. So a bit of housekeeping. This is an MMA channel. We're going to talk about MMA, not the tragedy in Bondi. And with all the shit talking that goes on, we do not try and dox people. That is a dog move. Okay? Okay. How are you, Don Calamari? Good to see you, man. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. I've decided to get Gyno following the results of last night's Apex cut. Were they just fake numbers? Fair enough, Woeful. All good, man. All good. At least we've said it and it's out there. What's up, Paradox? How are you, man? Good to see you, absolute Chad. I've decided to get Gyno following the results of last night's Apex card from Lobby TV. How are we just allowing Manel Cap to run riot around the flyweight division with having Gyno? And by the way, his fight against Sumadurgi was cancelled because he popped for steroids. Why are we allowing Manel Cap a title shot when he is clearly still cheating and on steroids? What's up, Eric? I'm awake, Dougie. I'm liking the stream, Dougie. Good on you, Paradox. You're a legend, mate. Thank you, Paradox. Where's the shirt? It's in a special zipper bag just for you, Eric. The one time I watch a Dougie recap video, it turns out to be slop. Maybe I should stop doing that. No. Wait. Whoa. The recap video was great. How are you, Paul? Good to see you, mate. The recap video that I did today was great. I did a great recap video. It was just that the card was slop. I actually think that I made the recap video quite fun, considering how bad the card was. Would we not agree, chat? Did I not make the recap video pretty fun and entertaining? Considering we had 4 good fights on yesterday's 6-hour card. Come on, man. Yeah, thank you, Paul. I appreciate that, dude. I don't think the fights were bad. It just felt like the shit dragged out. Well, I mean, James, there were 4 good fights. We can all agree there were 4 good fights. The problem was there was 12 fights on the card and it went for 6 hours. 6 hours for 4 good fights is not good, mate. The second is only beer. Second only to beer. Yes, M4 operator. I've got some beers here that I haven't thrown out from yesterday's stream. And I've got vanilla. I'm starting to feel like the MMA guru. I'm covered in soda bottles and cans of beer. I'll just start pissing at the desk, right? I'll just start pissing at the desk. I'm out on my own now. Lucky enough I have a shed to work in for free. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Well, shout out, man. Well done. Well done, brother. I'm really happy for you. I really am, dude. What are we doing for the next 6 weeks? We got plenty to do, mate. I got a whole Dougie's Corner menu for you guys, MMA for life. I got a menu of things for us to do. So we'll get through today's stream and then we'll bring up the menu. The amount of content that I got planned for us for the next 6 weeks. Honestly, I'm not even over exaggerating. For those of you who have been on the stream quite a bit, M4 for life, I know you're probably new around here, but for those that are, very used to Dougie's Corner streams, we have got so much content that we can get through for the next 6 weeks. It's not going to be a problem at all. You did decent on picks this week, so you did, Ali. You did, man. You did really well. You did really well. In-house teasing, just dog whistle for selective teasing. No, we can do teasing. In-house testing, not teasing. Yes, in-house testing is just a dog whistle for selective testing. Again, Manel Kape has got a tit, has failed for steroids before, and now we're talking about giving him a title shot. I liked the part about all the tits on the recap video. I mean, there were 4 great fights last night, and there were 3 great sets of tits. Yeah? There was Aspen Ladd's set of tits, there was Laura Sanko's set of tits, and there was Manel Kape's set of tits. And you know what? Maybe last night's card was actually good. Maybe I need to stop being the negative Nancy. 4 good fights and 3 great sets of tits. What else can you ask for on a Saturday night? Honestly, you know what? My expectations were too high. I need to redo the entire recap video. Aspen Ladd has 2 sets of... You know what? There was 4 sets of tits. Aspen Ladd has a set of tits on his top set, and then another set of tits on his bottom set. There was 4 sets of tits and 4 great fights. I have overreacted to how bad yesterday's card was. We only made it through the fights thanks to the stream. We really did. You guys got me through the fucking card last night. You really did, dude. They dragged it on so much between the... I know, Woeful. That was the problem, brother. Like... Just too much, man. It just took too long. 6 or 7 hours. It was 6.5 hours, Eric. 6.5 hours. Well, we can check on the stream because the stream literally started at the start of the prelims and ended at the end of the stream. So I'm pretty sure it was just over 6 hours. I was losing focus between fights. Legit didn't give a fuck for something. Yeah, that's the problem, James. Like when they just do so much padding. It was horrible, mate. How are you, Simply Kudos? We are absolutely not going to do a 20-hour stream today. No, not even close, my friend. Not even close to. 2026, I'm back for my pound for pound status. I did decent yesterday. You did really well yesterday, Woeful. You did really well yesterday. Aspen Ladd, we read that one. No, the card was dog shit. The card was dog shit. Yeah, that is true. But at least we had 4 great sets of tits. They should bring out Sanko for more events. She knows her stuff as well. She does her homework. I've always said Laura Sanko is... one of the best commentators we have on the stream. She really is. Like, her, Paul Felder, and Brian Fitzgerald, whatever his name is. Anyway, that team is the best. Laura Sanko is very underrated for her commentary. Very underrated for her commentary. But yesterday, she just looked great. She looked great. How are you, Mitch? Good to see you, man. I'm doing good, man. I'm a little exhausted. It was a big day, but... The flow of work is finally over, but it was a Monday. I'm a little bit. Stop with the 6-7 stuff, you children. Stop it. How are you, Alpeg? Your crash outs were all time. The crash outs were pretty bad yesterday. The crash outs were pretty bad. Can you start running cancer ads too, Dougie? That shit was so cool. Yeah, after I read every single chat, we're gonna do a 15-minute cancer commercial, and then I'll read another chat, and then I'll do a 15-minute cancer commercial. I think it's really gonna help the pacing of the stream, guys. I think we're really gonna have a good time on chat, on stream, if every fucking time I just slow everything down and do a cancer commercial. I have the final top 10 of the year. Sanko is better than DC. Sanko is better than DT. Laura Sanko has hardcore takes. Laura Sanko is one of the best commentary. It's between Laura Sanko and Paul Felder. These are the 2 best commentators on the desk. They don't go on rambling tangents like Dominic Cruz and DC and Bisping. Bisping's the worst for going on rambling tangents. DC is one of the most biased commentators that we have. It's always pro wrestling. Dominic Cruz can't shut the fuck up about early stoppages. So you've got Laura Sanko and you've got Paul Felder. And these guys are the best. These are the 2 best commentators we have, mate. The leader of our new religion is here. That is true. Laura Sanko. I'm not being a white knight super shotgun. She is the best commentator on the... Like, it just happens to be that the hot blonde chick is the best commentator on the team. It's just true, man. Sanko and Felder is it. Sanko talks the least bullshit. Yeah, she just does her fucking job. Michael the Voice Shaliello is a great guy. I have no idea who you're talking about. You're probably talking about some obscure reference. Probably the one championship commentator. What's his name? And good night, Irene! That's probably who you're talking about. Bisping would strap up for his co-workers on set. Bisping would straight up fight his co-workers on set. Oh, yeah, I know. He never lets them get one over him. It's so fucking annoying, dude. Especially for me, like how I do my tape study. I'm working. When I'm at work and I've got the phone out. If I'm not looking at the phone and I'm busy looking at the wall plastering, I'm listening to the commentary. And Bisping's commentary is torturous. Bisping was the definition of dog shit on the weekend. I didn't even bother watching back this weekend's card, no joke. I haven't heard any of the walkouts. I haven't heard any of the post fights. I didn't watch back today's card. What did I watch today? I watched UFC Atlanta today. From this year, I watched UFC Atlanta today. Had to switch on the Xbox and play UFC 5 to witness some real violence while the card was on. I might bring back doing gameplay during the events. I might bring back during gameplay. I used to do gameplay during the events when there weren't enough people in here to keep the conversation going. I might have to go back to doing UFC 5 during the events because yesterday was horrible. 15-minute cancer commercials is just reading Eric's comments. True, Justin Kennedy. Why does Eric get a drive-by? Eric's usually quite good. You know what's messed up? Ilya has been champion for like 590-something days, and he's only defended the belt one time. Yeah, it's very hard to be an Ilya Tapuria fan. He's not being good. He's also saying he wants to bounce and go and do boxing. They're all saying that at the moment. Tom Aspinall just said that. He wants to bounce and go and do boxing. Like, can someone just like win the belt and stay in their division and defend the belt? Now that Marab and Pantoja are defeated, we have no one that just wants to stay in their division and defend the belt. Is it so hard to just stay in your sport, in your division, and defend your belt? Am I asking too much? It must be me. I met Nacho. He's starting a new religion. You should. What is Nacho's new religion? Please tell me, mate. Dougie is simp maxing right now. I'm not. Laura Sanko is the best. Bisping ego gets the better of him every time. Every fucking round, Alpeg. Then we have Anik, who just autistically stims into the microphone. You like that? You like that condensed milk? He's an Aussie. You should be a fan. Oh, that guy. Good night, Irene. I am a fan of him. I am. Rewatched O'Malley versus Yarn at the gym. Someone scored for Yarn is straight up coping. Sugar Show and New 2026. Rewatched O'Malley versus Yarn at the gym. Anyone scoring it for Yarn is straight up coping. You reckon I scored it for Yarn? Although it's been quite a while. Yeah. Commentated some legendary K1 fights and Danny Manuis versus Chris Chavez. Thank you, Shotgun. Thank you for the obscure MMA references. Like I said, we do genuinely need you on the channel, Shotgun, so I appreciate it. What's up, Cayman? How are you, man? I don't think the tall, lanky, striking prototype will ever win again because they need the guy to overextend to counter, but if you take that away, their whole game plan falls apart. A lot of these short guys literally stand up enough outside of the front kick that it taps the body, and once the tall guy throws something, the short guy blitzes in with counters, and they're faster due to the shorter range of motion. Yeah, I think that's why we're seeing boxing come up as the new meta, Cayman. So, like, for shorter guys, grappling, brother, and boxing on the inside does seem to be the new meta. That tall, rangy kickboxing does seem to be falling apart. I agree with you, Cayman. Aspinall actually has a real reason. The president of the promotion fucking hates him. Well, Dana White always hates the heavyweight champion. This has kind of been a thing since the UFC existed. Dana White hates the heavyweight champion because the heavyweight champion knows he can go make way more money anywhere else, and Dana White resents that. JDM was our last great hope. It's true. It's true for just staying and defending the belt. He was implying I provide the most entertainment when there are no fights. That's too far in the other direction, Eric. Way too far in the other direction. The gayest current champions are Aspinall, Ilya, and Hamzat in no specific order. Why Aspinall? He got his eyes clawed out. It's not it's just Aspinall's not looking good lately. Look, he might be. Yarn will be champion. Yarn will be a champion, I feel like. Piotr Yarn will be a champion, I feel like. Oh, that stays and defends his belt. That is true. Yarn will do that. No, they can't, Dougie, because it's actual hard work and it takes a long time. Modern soy boy champs just want a shortcut to money and legacy. This is true, Super Shotgun. This is true. This is true. Yeah, Yarn will be a good, solid champion. I agree. How are you, Cheddarhead? You legend. Good to see you, man. What's good? Dana not paying the fighters after landing a $7.7 billion contract is based. It is, and they don't deserve to get paid. Look at Kennedy Nuzunchukwu. What do you mean I can't cheat? What do you mean I can't? Dude, when Kennedy Nuzunchukwu looked at his team, like, what do I do to get up? That's what caused the crash out of all crash outs. That's what made me snap. The look of sheer desperation on his face after he tried literally nothing but cheating and had no idea what to do. Fuck, man. Insane, dude. What's up, Johnny? How are you, man? What's up, Dig? Good to see you, dude. Good to see you. Ilya might vacate. Have we discussed this? Ilya might vacate. We have not discussed this, but yeah, Ilya is thinking about it. Manuus has taken a pounding here. Oh, this is what he was saying on the commentary. He's taking a real pounding here. What's up, Master? Good to see you, mate. Is there anywhere I can watch Murad versus Yarn 2 online for free? MMA Court ain't doing it anymore. I've got them tagged in the Discord, actually, Alpeg. So go to the Discord, go to the pinned comments, and you'll see 2 websites where you can do it for free, mate. Cayman, every meta ebbs and flows, mate. You'll learn this when you watch for long enough. This is very true. Dana likes John Jones. Dana does like licking John Jones. This is true. Dana does suck off John Jones. This is true. I've always been critical of that tall, lanky, distance striking type because the strikers they fight are so horrible with fight IQ. Their distance management is horrible and they wing right overhands. They also came and, by the way, move on the forward line. Just forward, back and forward. They don't have any head movement because they're so used to being tall and lanky. They can just lean out of the way of strikes, which is why if you blitz at them, you have a lot of success. Aspinall is the GOAT. Exactly, Dig. Aspinall is the GOAT, and I don't want him on this soy westerner list that we're going to do later. Yuri will get the belt back in 2026. Let's go for that. I think he will. I think he beats Carlos Ulberg. And then me and Nacho have a bet. I just don't remember what it is. But I know we've got a bet that's got to do with Carlos Ulberg. But the problem is, I was several beers deep when we made the bet. No, I can't remember it. These new shorter guys like Valejos, Silva, and of course Volk, who've been around for a while, know how to do an educated blitz. Yeah, an educated blitz is all it is. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree, Cam. I agree. Even I'm losing interest in Aspinall. It is hard to be. I haven't done the picks yet. We're going to do the picks. We're going to do the picks. The top 10 is done. Top 10. The best pickers of last week's card is ready to go, so we'll do that. I'm losing interest in Aspinall. It is hard to stay a fan of Aspinall. John Jones is the legend. John Jones... He is the legend, Johnny, and I hate it. People that beat Yarn, but Piotr Yarn. O'Malley? No. O'Malley beat him the first time. Umar? No. No, he fucking boxes the bleeding nose off Umar. And Peyton Talbot? Absolutely not, mate. Who has Peyton Talbot ever beat, really? I mean, name a single good name Peyton Talbot's beat. I'll wait. How are you, Trip? Good to see you, mate. What's up, Toad? Well done to Toad this week. Shout out, Toad. Toad, stick around. For the link, mate, you're a legend. You're a legend, Alpeg. Thank you for the $2. You see that, Dana? You give it to them at an affordable price, and they'll just give you money, Dana. You don't have to charge $90 a card. Thank you, Alpeg. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you, thank you. Nzechukwu was also fucking claimed the eye poke in the fucking mouth, for fuck's sake. Yes, he did an eye poke, and then he got poked in the mouth and said it was an eye poke. I really fucking hate Kennedy Nzechukwu. Why are people now not saying Pantoja quit his fight? Because we have fixed the narrative on that M4 operator. He got destroyed by Van. He didn't quit. Van got him out of there. Dana White had beef with nearly all of his heavyweight champions. It's crazy. Aspinall, Jones, Ngannou, Stipe, Couture, Silva, Rico, Barnett. He had beef with all of them. That's right, Super Shotgun, because they're worth more money in other organizations, and they know that once they become the champion. With Ronaldo being involved in the WoW promotion, I doubt he fights again. He wants to retire quickly. With Ilya. Yeah, Ilya doesn't want to stay and fight forever. He wants to get in and get out and pull a Khabib, really. Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua is on Friday. I know. We're going to watch it. It's going to be great. Oh, maybe. We'll see. I'll see what time it's on. I might watch it. We'll see what's time it's on. Who wants to play Fortnite with me? I just unlocked the cock site. That's disgusting, Eric. And Fortnite is for children, mate. I'll give you $50 if Ulberg isn't the next guy to raise the belt at light heavyweight, and you give me $50 when he does. I do remember that. Yes. I still agree to the bet. Ispinal will never return. Obviously, he'll return once he gets over his Browns. I think you have to send Nacho pics of your cousins. I would never make that bet, Bilal. Thank you. When Kape is trying to say that kickboxers don't know how to fight in the pocket, and pocket boxing is the superior form of martial arts. Toad, stick around for the pics recap, mate. You're going to be punching the fucking air. When does Dana drop the White House card? A month before it happens. And Trip is taking a shit. I will also accept cousin pics as payment. You will not get them. Impression of Anik cursing in every sentence for no reason. Fucking tonight, we've got fucking Bilal my fucking Hamid coming out. He's in a fucking custody battle while his fucking son was involved in October fucking 7th. You like that fucking condensed milk? Whoa, 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 whoa. I forgot about the hand-drawn pic of Dougie's cousin. That goes in the 5,000 subscriber giveaway box. Yarn's only real loss was mid-up. Exactly, user. Just ask. Exactly, woeful. Just ask Lucas Tracy. Peyton sends Piotr nudes the day of the fight, so he's sick. That is true. Peyton Talbot's best move is to just send his opposition dick pics before the fight starts. Ilya and Tom vacate the belt in 2026. Tom's not going to vacate. Tom's not going to fucking vacate the belt, all right? Stop it. Edgy's corner? Exactly, Johnny. To be fair, almost every heavyweight champ has been a crybaby. Francis, Jones, Aspinall, only exception is Stipe. Well, Stipe also bitched about getting paid, and Dana hated Stipe too. So, you know, there's that. I never thought that I would say this, but I'm hyped for the Jake Paul fight. I just want to see him face down, palm up, out cold. There is news about the Jake Paul fight. Apparently, no one's buying tickets to it. There are still thousands and thousands and thousands of tickets left for sale. So if you want to go see Jake Paul get slept in person, it's only $60 to go to the event, and there's fucking tickets for days. It's selling like UFC Sydney, which is to say, it's not selling. John Jones is only a legend in the Albuquerque Police Department in their booking filing cabinet. We've got a whole room for John Jones. Everyone else has got filing cabinets. John Jones, he needs his own fucking server room. It looks like the server to Chat GPT, but it's just John Jones's fucking record. Dig knows how Peyton becomes world champion. He's seen the dick pics. I need to entertain my teenage wife somehow. This is why you shouldn't marry children, because how do you keep them entertained? Big Vallejo fan now after the weekend. Yeah, Guru sucked me into the Vallejo-ness. I get it. Dougie, did you check out that YouTube channel I posted in the Discord, one about Kadyrov and Jeffrey Brosly's son? I didn't. Super Shotgun, I didn't, but I shall this week. I know that one. I saw that one yesterday, and I've got my eye on that video. So, yes. Get to the picks, bro. I have to leave in 10 minutes. We must check this. Oh, you want to get to the picks now, Nacho? All right, we'll get to the picks. Just for you, Nacho, sir. We'll get to the picks. All right, chat. I'm going to do this real quick. All right, let's do this. Let's get to the picks. Let's get to the picks. Let's get to the picks. Right, here are the best pickers for this week's card. Here are the worst pickers for this week's card. Coming down the bottom for the worst pickers of this week's card is Crisp, Antoine, Shyla, and Deshaun. Gaz Ninja as well, Super Gamer Productions. You guys were some of the worst pickers for this week's card. Out of the 32 people on the channel that did the picks. Then around the middle was Daniel, was Bilal, was Nick Diaz's Blunt, MMA Master, Real Ali Williams. Alex, you guys were around the middle for this week's card. The best pickers for this week's card, the top 5 pickers for this week's card, was Toad, was me, was Kyle, was Jim, was Woeful, and was Chetterhead. Well done, boys. Well done. Crisp talks all that shit just to be Molly McCann. I'm not surprised, motherfucker. Is Mighty Mouse getting more retarded each video? He really is. He really is, actually. Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse thinks Jake Paul can win against... yeah, I don't know what Mighty Mouse is doing these days. The CTE has gotten to him. Petition to get Shyla out of Jiu-Jitsu. We need to get her out of Jiu-Jitsu. You like being in the middle? Not bad. But the official top 10 best pickers in the Dougie's Corner community to wrap up the year. Let's do it, brothers. Mighty Mouse has CTE. Mighty Mouse has got knocked out once, got permanent CTE from it. The Molly McCann Award was Peppers. I don't know who the fuck that is. So the Molly McCann Award was Peppers. Help me as the skeleton at the bottom of the pool meme when it comes to his picks. Help me really fucks up. Justin Kennedy needs to step up for us. He does. The best picker of the week was Toad. Well done, Toad. Here we go. The top 10 best pickers. Top 10 best pickers of the year. Really. Finishing the year with the highest pick rate. The top 10 best pickers of the year, really. Coming in at number 10 is Lord Herbert Burns at 62.8%. Well done. Can you do an impression of Mighty Mouse becoming a professor, but he just rambles about random stuff? Not right now. Hats off. Remind me again after we do this. Jake Paul is a legit athlete. He's just not that good at his weight class. Yeah, he's a good athlete, but he's not a better boxer than Anthony Joshua. Mighty Mouse got CTE from cancelling the Mighty Guru show and not fighting. True. No, Mighty Mouse has been slowly pulling away with horrible takes. Horrible takes. Mighty Mouse talks about his black ass too much. He does love saying my black ass. Coming in at number 9. Tone K came in at number 9 at 63.6%. Well done to Tone K. I missed the cut by 0.4. Cheddarhead, you barely missed it. You barely missed it. Bilal came in at, I'll tell you what Bilal came in at. Bilal came in at 12th. Bilal came in at 12th. Cheddarhead, you came in at 13th. So Bilal and Cheddarhead, 13th and 12th. You guys were so close. I seriously don't know how the MMA community is going to get through the next 6 weeks. Every time this happens, some shit show happens. Yeah, there'll be something crazy. Don't worry about it. I thought I was a lock to make the top 10 this week. I got top 5 wrong in a row. I had to lock in. Well done, Toad. You came in at number 1 this week for this week's card. But overall, we'll have a look. Mighty Mouse hung around for too many retards. He did, man. Can you do an impression of Zesty Dougie talking about Mighty Mouse's black ass? Oh, that's quite nice. Where am I on this, brother? We're getting there. We're getting there. Dougie edged me. You barely missed it. This should be a top 13 list. All right. Coming in at number 8. Toad, you came in at number 8. At least you finished on the leaderboard, Toad. Well done, mate. Well done, Toad. Well done. Mighty Mouse said he's picking Jake Paul to KO Anthony Joshua. He's either baiting or his CT is finally set in. He has to be baiting. He has to be baiting, Shotgun. He has to be. He knows too much about the game to not be baiting. Is Andrew Tate going to get a KO? Yeah, I've seen the guy that he's fighting. The guy that he's fighting can't throw a punch. This should be a top 15. Maybe next year we'll do a top 15. DJ knows the lock is in. He might, dude. I mean, it is a circus. Coming in at number 7. William Chatey. I don't know who that is. Coming in at number 6. If I'm above Toad, it's proof that pocket boxing is a myth. Okay, well, we'll see. Hang on. Can you do an impression of Bryce saying his white ass is better than Mighty Mouse's black ass? I mean, you got to use discernment. Look at my ass. Look at his ass. I mean, mine's definitely better. Coming in at number 6. Real Ali Williams. Well done, Ali. Well done. I saw you floating around before. There you are, Ali. Where am I on this list? You came in at number 6, Ali. Well done, mate. Well done for the year. Good game this year, Ali. Good game this year. I got one of my friends into MMA recently, and he told me he prefers those Twinkie Toes technicians who jab and tape on the outside and counter-strike like Izzy, instead of the berserkers like Gotitan and Oliveira. Oh, I know how you feel, K-Dot. Nacho's the same. Nacho likes rangy kickboxers, and it's one of the most disgusting things about him. And William just goes, yes! Impression of evil Dougie flirting and hitting on DJ's wife in front of him while DJ says, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do about it? I know you want to be fucked. Fucking fucking true, mate. Nacho loves rangy kickboxers. Can you do an impression of Kevin Holland saying you never heard of a black ass before? Now I'm in my ego. Your friend's gay? Coming in at number 5. Nacho came in the top 5. Well done, Nacho. A couple of spots ahead of Toad, but that's all that matters. Kickboxing is better than rangy pocket boxing. Well done, Nacho. Anthony Joshua is bigger, way more athletic, way more skilled, and not too far off his prime. I give Jake Paul 2 rounds max, and even that is a stretch. If it takes any longer, boxing is a completely fake sport. I agree, Toad, completely. If it takes anything more than 2 rounds, it is fake and made up and gay. If Nacho is top 5, we are top 5. The whole crew's in the top 5 below. The whole crew. Pocket boxing means nothing. There you go. Coming in at number 4. Cheetah Woeful comes in at number 4. Well done, Woeful. Well done, coming in at number 4, dude. Well done, well done, well done, mate. Well done. You know what? I guess Joshua Van did win via fluke. Dougie, did you see MMA Joey's thumbnail in the Flances video? What a slob he is. Yeah, I did see it. MMA Joey is disgusting. And he's just rage baiting, and it's not working anymore. He's down to 10k views a video. You love to see it. Can you do an impression of Josh Van knocking over a black box? And no, I don't think we'll do that. Earned his modhood. He earned his modhood, mate. Honestly, I can see Jake Paul knocking Joshua out. He has a secret move, which is so underrated. It's called bribery. You know, the bribe move might work. Mighty Mouse is a catchphrase from my black ass, man. I'm elite as fuck. You're elite as fuck, Woeful. Well done, dude. By the way, you also watched all of GSP's fights in 2 days. Oh, your friend? Mate, he hates himself. MMA Joey catchphrases is my fat ass. My fat ass. Well, what's up, John Dong? Good to see you, mate. How are you, brother? Mighty Mouse is more suburban white than... All right, let's not get into that, chat. Coming in. Here we go. This is our top 3. I'm all right, John Dong. I had a big work day today, but I'm all right, brother. I'm surviving. Right, the top 3 best pickers in the Dougie's Corner live stream community for the year. For the year. The best pickers of the year. I don't know how we're going to do this next year. I don't know if we need to make new accounts, not delete our old ones, but make new accounts. I don't know what we need to do. Maybe we reset at 0 next year and try again. Either way, we'll talk about that over the New Year's break. Coming in at 3rd spot is... Jim is predicting. Well done, Jim. Well done, Jim. Managed to stay in the top 3. Well done, mate. Managed to stay in the top 3. We're proud of you, Jim. Good work, brother. Also, the most important thing is that Anthony Joshua has enough money and he is looking to make more by fighting Tyson Fury in 2026, so no chance he agrees to any ring. That's true, Toad. Like, Anthony Joshua kind of needs to win this fight if he wants that big fight later in the year. You're not wrong, Toad. Panicking because I don't know what I'm going to do during these 6 weeks of no UFC. Don't worry, John Dong. Stay here, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. I have got a plan and a menu for the next 6 weeks. It's going to be massive. We got plenty of stuff to talk about for 6 weeks. Dern's Brazilian ass. When I got into MMA, I was also glazing Machida back in the day to make myself look like a hardcore. Oh, K-Dot, this year I watched back every Machida fight. It was literally just Joe Rogan's commentary gaslighting us. Ask ChatGPT to resolve it. Chatbots don't have logic. They're just word generators. And Machida was actually entertaining. He wasn't. It was just Joe Rogan glaze. Mighty Mouse only eats chicken. Okay. Got a jet. Good work to everyone who participated in the top 10. It takes a big set of balls. Takes a big set of balls. Have a good one, Nacho. Enjoy work. No resetting. I'm not saying like delete your account, Cheddarhead, because I know you've had your account for 1,000 years. Maybe just make a new account and we start off from 0% again for a new. I don't know. Like I said, we'll talk about it over the break. Damn, the gap between 4 and 3. It takes a lot to be in the top 3. I tell you what. The reason I didn't post my picks is because Nevada banned me from predictions and bets. All right, James Krause. Gotta get your black belt, kid. I know, Chedhead. That's the problem. Like, your tapology thing is sacred, right? Machida landed a punch against John Jones. He did land a punch. You guys are lucky I've missed the cards. I'm sitting on 69.3 pick rate, which should kick in the next card. Well, we'll see, Kyle. 3 cards in a row. Every single fight on the card. Right. Coming in 2nd place. The 2nd best picker out of all of you cunts. For 2025 was me. 2nd best was me. Slid on in there. I was just behind Toad this week. I was the 2nd best picker this week, just behind Toad, and I was the 2nd best picker of the year. So well done to me. I can't wait to see where my 67.0 ranks against all of the MMA YouTube. It's not fucking rigged, Cheddarhead. I fucking do it live with all of you. We literally do it together live. And we have Tapology keep track of it. I just read Tapology. I'm just off Tapology. Dougie's number one in my heart. Well, thank you, mate. Top 10 was promised to Cheddarhead 3,000 years ago. It was... promised to Cheddarhead 3,000. Cheddarhead will not reset his Tapology account. Last night I had a weird dream. I woke up laughing like an absolute retard. What was the dream, K-Dot? Tell us. Joe Rogan has gaslit everyone into thinking guys who don't know how to fight are elite strikers. Muay Thai, kickboxers, and karate doesn't mean shit in MMA. Hasn't been effective in years. Yeah, Joe Rogan is a gaslighter for his favorite sports. He fucking loved Lyoto Machida, and he did the same thing with Ryan Hall. With Ryan Hall and his jiu-jitsu. He's baiting you into the ground game here. He's a few steps ahead of you on the ground here. You don't want to follow him down there. You're in his world now. Do you bodyboard, Dougie? No, I have a sup board, Johnny. Dougie number one in my heart. Thank you. Thank you, mate. Thank you. I appreciate you, Woeful. I had a dream where I was watching Charles versus Bilal live, and Charles screams very loudly and cracks Bilal with a right hand. It was so loud, Bilal didn't even get KO'd. His lower jaw just fell off. What a wild dream, Kate. If Jim isn't number one, then who is? Well, hang on. We're going to need to investigate this like Herzog. You can literally go and look at it all for yourself, Cheddarhead. It's all there on Tapology. That Vallejo's KO over Giga last night was brutal. That was fucking awesome, John Dong. That was such a good one. Joe Rogan turned into a dinosaur so fast. Yeah, he just rested on his laurels. Welcome to the Aspen Lab era, baby. Welcome to the titties era. Then Bilal tries to scream in panic, but can't because his jaw is obviously hanging off of his face in K-Dot's dream here. The way Giga fell on his arm was nasty. Yeah, I was worried that there would be a shoulder dislocation the way that he went down. And then Vallejos' follow-up shots was disgusting. Machida was an elite world-class striker. Ryan Hall was a BJJ Soyboy. They are not the same. I'm literally talking about how Joe Rogan hyped them both up. Super shotgun. Joe Rogan's glazing on the commentary. Dougie's real name is Kamuji Kamingo. I don't know what you're saying, Cheddar. But Ryan Hall was good, only lost once to Ilya, and he was injured in that fight. Ryan Hall just retired because he had too many injuries. Sure, Benny. Someone's a jiu-jitsu nerd. We got a jiu-jitsu nerd. Right. Let's do it. The best picker. Mighty Mouse tries to fit in with the black kids like Ian Gary tries to fit in with the Brazilians. Mighty Mouse is black. Stop it, Justin Kennedy. Right, do you snorkel? I do snorkel sometimes, Johnny. You have to be there. It was so funny. I'm laughing while I was typing that out. That's so good, Kate. I mean, it was your dream. Giga shrugged off punches and then he gets KO. Yeah, Giga should have taken it more seriously because he got slept badly. The best picker for the entire year out of all of you cunts for the next 6 weeks while there's no fights on. And this guy says, I think the fight's going to go this way. Everyone's got to shut the fuck up and listen to him. Because he's the best picker in here. Fucking mathematically. He's picked every single fight on every single card for at least the last 3 weeks in a row. Plus plenty more before that. Well done to the real Bruce Wayne. Well done to the real Bruce Wayne. He's the best picker in here. Well done. Well done to the real Bruce Wayne. Mighty Mouse is a white man and black boy. Okay. Machida was just a mid-bum who got a participation trophy for fighting John Jones. Well, that's too far in the other direction. He won a belt. You won a belt. What are you talking about? Find a better system for these picks. What would you suggest one, Woeful? Dougie going from unranked to second shows how rigged it is. I've never not been in the top 10. From when we started doing this, Eric, I've always been in the top 10. I started off at 7th and clawed my way up to the top 3. What are you talking about? Batman is gay. He would have put himself in first, but he didn't want to make it too obvious. You can go to Tapology and you can check. I have a leaked text message of Bruce Wayne paying Dougie off. Dude is always picking black fighters no matter what. You can make Robert Green versus Aspinall and he'll just fence it on that. Oh, Rogan? Yeah, I know, man. The real Bruce Wayne is really good. He's really good, mate. The real Bruce Wayne is my second account. All right. Mighty Mouse is bisexual. That's why he talks about his black ass all the time. I don't think he is. His brother is gay and he's against it. Oh, not Rogan. DJ. Right. DJ is always picking the black. Well, they roll as a unit. You'll notice this. Everyone rolls as a unit except for the whites. Still top 10, despite the plant program rigging fights, despite the plant program. Well done, Toad, with your top 10, mate. So there you go, guys. That's the top 10 for the year. You guys can't dispute it because I have the exact same information that you all have. Feel free to go and check. All of your accounts are right there. We're all in the same group. We're all in the same group. Where did Olga come in for this week's fights? Olga came in at 19th. Not the AM Bro came in at 18th. MMA Master, you came in at 16th. Justin Kennedy, you came in at 14th. Cheddarhead, you came in at 13th. Super Gamer, you came in at 24th. My name is Deshaun. You came in at 23rd. Mr. C came in at 25th. There you go. There you go, boys. And these were the picks for the... I can't believe I was just behind Toad. But Toad made so many good picks on this card. Well done to Toad, man. Well done to Toad. There we go, boys. There we go. You'd love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. DJ's first name is so blackish white too. Oh, right. What have you guys got against DJ pretending to be white? What is this? What is this? We should start rolling as 1, 2. We should start roll. We should M4 operator. I completely agree, mate. ChatGPT top 10. ChatGPT top 10. It's not the ChatGPT top 10. It's the Grok top 10. But I checked it ever since AI's last mistake. Cheddar DJ's very suspicious. Stop it. How good is Pantoja? Dude wins over Royval and Kape. Royval beat Tyra 2 fights ago. Pantoja's really good. He's probably the second best flyweight in the world right now, just behind Joshua Van, who just smoked him in 26 seconds. Nate Diaz is more black than Mighty Mouse. I mean, this is true. I would get that. I will be in the top 5 next year. I think you will, Bilal. You've clawed your way up from 50% all the way up to nearly in the top 10. 3 spots away, 2 spots away. DJ, okay. Ryan Hall beat BJ Penn like BJ was a can. I mean, that was during BJ Penn's, you know, fall-off era. Like, at that stage of BJ's career, BJ was a can. Watching Marab versus Yarn again now. Fucking 5-0 Yarn all the way. Don't listen to the commentary first time either. DC was saying consistently how well Yarn is doing and that he thinks 30... he thinks 30-0 after Marab. Yeah, I know. Like, DJ is an idiot. We know DJ, not DJ. We know DC is an idiot that doesn't know the rules of MMA. We know that he doesn't know the rules. Takedown, submissions, attempts, and reversals. Big impact. Where is it? Striking is merely a changing of position. Where is it? There. The changing of position isn't enough. When you read the scoring criteria of MMA, picking someone up and slamming them onto the mat isn't really anything. It's almost like switching stances or moving from against the cage to not against the cage. Like, that is nothing. It's just a changing of position. You actually have to set up a meaningful attack after you do that. So every single time Marab takes Piotr Yan down, it doesn't count for anything at all. At all. The 1 week I watched zero film was my best week. I do feel like watching film on fights kind of fucks you up. You end up getting too locked in and you end up overthinking the fights. It's better to just like watch a bit of film, maybe not even any film, but I like to watch a little bit of film and then just vibe check it. I find when I'm really like the last couple of weeks when I've tried to be like super locked in and watching a lot of film, I overthink it too much. It's not good, dude. Me and Eric are doing our part. Are you doing yours, Dougie? I always do my part, M4 operator. Thoughts on the Gooch versus Al-Babi? Thoughts on the Gooch versus Al-Bazi? Oh, the Gooch. I think he should get a title shot. I don't know how they're wasting the end of his prime faking his matchups. The Gooch. Who is the Gooch versus Al? Who's Almir Al-Bazi fighting? I don't know who Almir Al-Bazi is fighting. Do you think Gaethje has a better chin than Gamrot? Yes, absolutely. Gaethje's got a great chin. All right, yes, Max Holloway slept him, but Max Holloway slept him because he had a broken nose after a 25-minute war and he had just done a rolling thunder. Justin Gaethje's got a phenomenal chin. Slamming someone causes damage and damage is scored. Not the Marab slam where Petr Yan just jumped straight back up to his feet. It didn't score any damage. A Horiguchi. I don't know. Thoughts on Horiguchi versus Al-Bazi? You should get a title shot. I don't know. They're wasting the end of his prime fake. I don't think he has got enough. I don't think he's got enough hype. I don't even know his win record off the top of my head, to be honest. Super Shotgun. So no, I don't think he's built that sort of a name to be on that like top 5 at the top of the head. But that just could be because my memory is failing me. Yeah. The head slam counter for sure, but it's just taking him down an immediate get up doesn't count. Yeah, the head slam counter for sure, but just taking them down an immediate get up doesn't count. I'm deadly serious, Super Shotgun. I'm deadly. I can't think of anything about Horiguchi right now. I'm drawing complete blanks. Charles fucking electrocuted Gaethje, but Gamrot didn't even get knocked down. I don't know. It's weird. Charles has stopped committing to his shots too much. He just has his power decline. Well, no, I think Charles has switched up his striking. Charles has switched up his striking a lot. If you notice, he's implemented a lot more wrestling. So I think what he is trying to do is trying to strike his way in and get wrestling and get trips. Whereas what Charles used to do was be a lot more open and flowy. And if you knocked him down, he didn't care because he assumed that you would follow him down. But he doesn't do that anymore. That's not very Charles Oliveira-esque anymore. Now Charles Oliveira has sort of switched it up to be a lot tighter. I'm being honest with you, Shocker. What am I trying to obfuscate here? I don't fucking remember Horiguchi at all right now. I'm drawing complete blanks. What do you mean you're on to me? It would be easier to make up an argument than to just say I don't remember right now. Pantoja is the current best. Pantoja is the current best, but he is getting old. Kape, Tara, and Ramazan, yes, are the future. Van is a bum who fluked the belt like Leon and will only go down from here. I don't think Joshua Van is going to have a single... I don't think Joshua Van is going to have a single defense of his belt. I really don't. I think he beat Pantoja straight up. We've talked about that. We've done that enough. Oh, Toad always sneaks in Ramazan. Toad loves Ramazan. He's got a hard on for Ramazan. But yeah, I don't think... Manel Kape, I think, is faster and dirtier than Van. That might be an interesting fight, like Manel Kape versus Van. I could actually see, if they do Van versus Manel Kape, I might have to think about that some more. That is a winnable fight for Joshua Van, I'll give you that. Manel Kape could be a little bit faster and a little bit grittier, and he does like to cheat a lot more. So that'll be something. But against Tatsuro Taira, I don't see him winning. If there was no injury, like if Pantoja wasn't injured at all, I would say obviously Pantoja wins the rematch. That's not a crazy thing to say. But the problem is when Alexandre Pantoja comes back, he's going to be a year older and his elbow is going to be fucked. Like, how is that going to heal up? I don't know how elbow injuries heal up and how they come back. So I'm a bit iffy. And then, you know, you'd say, well, let's see how he looks in the gym, but everyone looks like a fucking hero in the gym. Everyone's striking looks amazing in the gym. Everyone's combinations look phenomenal in the gym. So it's a bit of a, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Fuck me, Manel Kape has pulled out of so many goddamn fucking fights. Holy shit. You cannot... Why are we talking about giving Manel Kape a belt? I know I just did it. He's one of the biggest pull-out merchants in the world. And this one, the Sumadaji one, is for steroids. This one is literally for steroids. Fucking hell. Tight? Tight, Eric. Tight. Tight. Nice and tight. Just how good is Van? He won the belt by his mere fucking presence. It wasn't his presence. He grabbed him and dunked him and it broke his arm. Tatsuro gets lit the fuck up on the feet. The switch up on Van was crazy. Tyra gets lit the fuck up on the feet. The switch up on Van is crazy. Tatsuro Tyra gets lit up on the feet. I don't know. I don't think he... Well, yeah, I mean, look, he might get touched up on the feet. That is true. But he's definitely going to have the advantage when it comes to the grappling, right? Great work on getting second. I'll take my payment on the picks I gave you for the cousin bit. I bought you many beers. Many beers at the last Hex, and I shall buy you many more beers at the next Hex. I don't know if we're going to February's one. I'll probably be in Vietnam for that one. But the next Hex that we go to, I shall buy you many beers. You know this, brother. Beers and a burger at the Hex? Come on, mate. That's a good Friday night. Tyra would spark out Pillow Hands, Van. How can you call him Pillow Hands? You just finished Pantoja. Damn, that's a fucking Nico Montano-esque record. Dude, the pullouts are crazy. Crazy. Manel Kape definitely doesn't have kids with pullout game like that. Anyone who says Kape should get the shot is not making me very happy. Thank you. I agree, Nacho. I agree. Tatsuro Taira never busted for steroids. Doesn't pull out of fights. No controversy. Just straight submissions. Holy fuck, dude, has so much gray for 3. It's fucking crazy, isn't it? It's crazy when you actually look at Manel Kape's record and people go, man, this dude needs a title shot. When you're next at Hex, you must film videos and stream it for us for the lols. Yeah, I'd be happy to. We just get too into it, to be honest. And I did try and buy the pay-per-view of the Hex event that we went to, but I bought the wrong one. I was tired. So I bought the wrong one by accident. And I'm not paying for it twice. I'm not paying twice as much for it. So there we go. God, I can't wait to see Koriguchi beat the shit out of Albazi. I mean, I fucking have Albazi like, why is he there? Who invited bro? What is he even good at? He barely even fights anyway. Frail ass as always. Yeah, I know. What happened with Amir Albazi? He had a fucking heart attack or something. He had some horrible thing happen. He was injured. He had the robbery over Kape France. Then he was out forever. Then he had another fight that got cancelled, and he had some fucking terrible injury this year. Is this what happened? Spine surgery. That's what it was. He had spine surgery. Neck injury. Yeah, something like that. Like, he's been gone. Where is he? Amir Albazi Tapology. I feel like he's been gone for like 3 years. Hasn't he been gone for years? It feels like he's been gone for years, mate. Kape France in 2023, and it was a robbery. Kape France in 2023, it was a robbery. And then he lost to Brandon Moreno in 2024. There you go. I remember that. I am getting flashback memories of that. So his last win was in 2023. Let's see if I can jig my memory about Kyoji Horiguchi. Oh, that old cunt. Right. Yes, I remember you. You old bastard. You old Ryzen bastard who I didn't respect in the last fight. I thought Tigir Ulanbekov would run through you. Yes, I remember you, Kyoji Horiguchi. There we go. I just needed to see your Tapology and it all came flying back to me. God, I can't wait to see Kyoji beat the shit out of him. I just read that. People are saying that Van did nothing to cause Pantoja's injury. That's why I'm saying Van won via his massive aura. Fair enough, M4 operator. I've been fighting the good fight for Joshua Van because I know that he actually did do something to beat Pantoja. I've made videos on it. I've made shorts on it. I've argued with the chat about it. I have been a Van stan in his van. Manel Kape is genuinely such an unlikable dude. He cheats, he takes roids, he pulls out of fights. I know, and yet he's got a huge fan base. Goes to show that as long as you just fight sick, as long as you just fight really fun and say the fucking F word, you'll have a fan base in MMA. Doesn't matter who you line up, Van, he'll just break their limbs one by one. Cheddarhead's all in on Vanistan. Cheddarhead's a member of Vanistan. Holy bait, I'm being deadly serious, Woeful. Not even kidding. Straight up ass, you mean? All right. Royval beat Terra 2 fights ago. This is true, K-Dog. Catfield Royval in 1. He is the most devastating. Cap is the John Jones of flyweight. He is the fucking John Jones of flyweight, isn't he? He didn't break his neck. It was spinal. It's spinal. It's spinal. It's in my spine. It's spinal. It's funny how fucked Charles Johnson's son is. Oh. Joshua Van, right. His next fighter is either Pantoja, Terra, or Cap. And those fights aren't remotely close. All fit. No. Cap is close, actually. By the way, Toad. The Manel Cap versus Joshua Van is close, Toad. All finishes the tiny fluke champ so easily. And we don't know how Pantoja is going to be when he comes back. I'm not saying Pantoja's not the better fighter. Right? I picked Pantoja to win that fight that they had. So if Joshua Van hadn't dunked Pantoja on his ass, I maintain that Pantoja would have won that fight. But Joshua Van did dunk Pantoja on his ass. But now, how is Pantoja going to be coming back? We don't know. And it's a fair thing to be questionable about it. I'm not even saying Pantoja is going to lose the rematch. I'm not even saying that. All I'm saying is you can't just assume that Pantoja is going to run through him at 36 with a broken fucking arm. That's all I'm saying. Albazi was arrested and caught with 6 passport and a vest filled. Oh, right, Shedderhead. We just had a fucking attack in Australia. I cannot be saying shit like this today on our fucking highly censored ID'd internet, Shedderhead. Read the room, cunt. Don't you absolute casual not remember Gucci? I know. He's fought once in the UFC in the last 20 years. How dare I not remember Horiguchi, son? Albazi looks like the... Okay. 35-5 Ryzen champ. One of the greatest Japanese fighters ever. Nobody cares about Ryzen. 1 by 1, we're converting them. We are M4 operator. Dougie admitted to me he was trolling about Van. Don't believe his propaganda, guys. Don't be using our fucking friendship to push false narratives in the chat, Nacho. Fuck you, man. That's a dirty move, mate. Super Shotgun is cooking. He does like to cook up some old stats. Got to start picking against Pantoja from now on, though, really. His age is going to be a thing. That's what I mean, dude. Like, you can't just act like you just are going to ignore Pantoja's age. It's a very real thing. People shitting on Van for losing to Johnson are the same ones who'll cry themselves to sleep when you bring up Adriano Martinez knocking out Islam. That's what I mean, dude. A win is a win is a win. You know? And people are like, well, then you have to admit that Curtis Blades beat Aspinall. And I'm like, yeah, all right, I will. But when that rematch happened, Aspinall beat the fuck out of Curtis Blades. But Curtis Blades did beat Aspinall. And then Aspinall righted that wrong. Maybe Pantoja will. Maybe he will. But on the fight that they just had, Van fucking whooped him, son. 26 seconds, mate. It's kind of like UFC fans crave Manel Cap to be a total piece of shit. He said, yep. So every UFC fan loves him. That's pretty much what it is, Benny. That's what it is. I love MMA fans, right? They all act all like high and mighty, right-wing conservative. Everything's degeneracy. But then they love Pantoja. They love Manel Cap for saying the fucking F word. Even though he does a whole bunch of steroids and cheats all the time. MMA fans aren't very smart. Van admitted that he didn't dunk Pantoja and that he is the real champ. I didn't see that anywhere, Woeful. You're just pushing propaganda, mate. Just like Nacho is. Karaguchi has been one of my favorite fighters for a while. He's one of the first fights I ever saw was him versus DJ back in 2015. There you go, Ali. There you go. I wonder if that was before or after the Conor McGregor sleeping of Jose Aldo. Doesn't matter. That attack in Sydney is so sad, man. Prayers to them. I agree, Mitch. I agree. It's horrible, dude. Do you remember when you said Bilal would beat Islam Makhachev? I do remember when I said that. That was a dumb thing to say, wasn't it? That was fucking stupid. But may I remind you, 927 Gunner, that I'm the second best picker in here. What's the name of the channel? There was a attack in Sydney, a mass, you know. Yeah, what happened in Sydney? There was an attack. Similar to Port Arlington. At a Hanukkah festival. What was, what am I trying to say? Oh, what's the name of the channel that has all the best pickers on MMA YouTube? Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate it. I'm just not going to say too much about it because the government is in very high alert right now. Yeah. What's the big fuss? I'm not going to talk about it today. Bilal great takedown defense. He would have gotten pieced up by Islam. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it. Yeah, Google it. I can't talk about it. Guys like Talbot but turn around and act like Talbot is this awesome beast. I know, that's just MMA fans, mate. It is what it is. What's the name of the tracker? The MMA Dork Riders? That's not the name of the tracker. What's the name of the guy? I want to see where I stacked up in the year compared to all the other pickers. What is his name? Doug, do you remember when you said below beat? Islam, we did that one. You said the one. You said panties got dunked. Yeah. Can you Google it, Ali? UFC picker? I don't think that's it. I think it's UFC roster tracker or something like that. I don't think it is UFC picker. Pick tracker? Yeah, something like that. YouTube pick tracker, right? UFC, yeah. I'm not sweating, Cheddarhead. I just can't be very anti, fruit juice right now in Australia because we have internet censorship that came in 5 days ago. And then what do you know, Cheddarhead? 5 days later, there was a shooting at a Hanukkah event. And now the government's talking about rapid new laws and, locking down on anti... It doesn't. UFC pick tracker, is that the one? UFC pick tracker. Let's see where I came in. UFC pick tracker, all the most recent results, videos. Holy fuck. Does this guy not just do the whole fucking thing at once? What does this guy do? He doesn't just do all the channels? Or I guess that's a different video. Oh, right. Is this just for this week? Yeah, this is just for this week. So this isn't like the best picker of the year. This is just for this week. Okay. The least profitable channels was Arrigo. Oh no, and we want picks with the least profitable channels this week. Oh no. Arrigo and we want picks. That is not good, dude. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. And what did I get? But there were 12 fights. I don't understand. There were 12 fights on the card. Why is he saying 11 of 11? Why did no one make 12? Why did no one pick all the fights on the card? There were 12 fights on the card. Damn, that's actually horrible. I just Googled. Yeah, I know, man. Don't you sweating because he's wearing a hoodie in the middle of something? Well, there's that too, mate. This guy 100% gets paid off. Yep. Someone should pay that. What a service to the community. I know. There was a draw. Oh, that's right. There was a draw. But no, but that still means you had to pick 12 picks. Like, that would be 11 out of 12 fights. Well, Quixote would have had 10 out of 12 fights. There was 12 fights on the card. Why are they not saying out of 12? I just don't understand. I'm very confused. Yep, that one got through, Nacho. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12 fights on the card. On Tapology, draws get removed from your picks. No, they don't. They only pick that. Yeah, that's what I mean. They only picked that number of fights. But why did I don't know. I just don't understand. Like, there's no way everyone only picked 11 fights. Like, everyone would have picked every single fight on the card. Look at our group. Yeah, our group has got 12 on there. If you go to our group, my groups, there's our group. If you go to the group events, UFC Fight Night out of the photo. Picks, 12, look, all 12. 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. Tapology has all 12. Picks, 12. UFC Fight Night, Royval versus Kape. We all picked 12 fights. And then you go and you look at UFC roster tracker and everyone picked 11 fights. I'm sure he's got a reason for it. I just don't understand why. He must have taken out the draw for some reason. Just to make it easier, I guess he took out the draw. Which seems weird because a draw is a legitimate end to a sporting competition, but whatever. So who got the least? So what did everyone come in at? So did I even make it into the top 10? 8 out of 9. Why do they not have everyone making picks? I don't understand. Whatever. Eight out of 9 is weird. So I got 9 out of 12, and according to the roster tracker, to hit the board. So I would have made it somewhere in the middle for best picks of the week. I would have made it around here for best picks of the week. Because I got 8 out of 12. I got 9 out of 12. Sorry, I got 9 out of 12. So I would have made it right here under UFC Genie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. I would have been the 7th best picker on MMA YouTube. You got to apply or something to be on there? Yeah, I know. I'm just looking at where. But number one, I don't understand why he's letting people that have less than 12 picks onto his top 10. I don't get it. But either way, I would have been the 7th best picker this week on MMA YouTube, which is pretty good. The draws get listed, but they don't apply to the percentages. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. So that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. That's pretty good. I'm excited to see the end of the year then, when he does everyone. 6th or 7th? Yeah, 6th or 7th, Eric. 6th or 7th. So we'll see how we go at the end of the year when he does because he doesn't do a recap of everyone on this video, and this is his most recent video. 6 out of 7, I believe. Yeah, 6 or 7, I believe, guys. Yeah, 6, 7. MMA Joey's views have been tanking like crazy. Yeah, everyone's done with the rage bait. People are sick of getting rage baited. People are sick of getting rage baited. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, man. I'm actually really chuffed with that, to be honest. I'm really chuffed with how my picks went this year. It's just crazy. That's pretty cool. All right, chat. We'll get out of here. Yo, Doug, will you be counting Jake Paul versus Anthony with picks for the following week? No, I will not. No, I will not. No. I need to do a conversion and see if I'm going to be working during that. Because that might be on Saturday morning. We'll see. I've got to work this Saturday morning. Joey's thing was always a failing formula. Yeah, it's like clickbait. It's the same. Like, you can't keep doing clickbait because you'll get views on your first clickbait video, right? But then on your second and your third clickbait video, people will just get sick of it and they'll stop coming back to your channel. Like, if you're making content, I feel like it's got to be sincere. It's got to be the content that you want to make and that you believe in. Otherwise, it's like you said, Eric, it's a failing formula. Like, people are going to get sick of it. You know, they're going to know the grift. I've got Eric's IP address in the palm of my hand. Woeful has assured me he was just making that up just to be a dickhead. More Arabs are making MMA channels in Arabic, so MMA Joey's views are dropping. That's literally what's happening. Is that what's happening? That's fucking good. I mean, that makes sense. Like, the Arabs should be making MMA channels. That makes sense. There should be, like, Western channels and Aussie channels and Arabic channels. Like, it's fucking MMA. It's a global sport. I think people are realizing that rage bait is purely for engagement because it doesn't matter if the engagement is negative or positive for the crew to make money. Yes, Alpeg, but people are also sick of... We've reached the zenith of rage bait. People are sick of being rage baited by just shit takes. So people are just clicking off it now. You can get a rise in viewership by being a contrarian. No one is going to stay for that long when it's so predictable. In fact, yeah, I agree, Eric. I agree. Imagine you sweep the whole UFC 324 card because it's so sad. If I ever sweep a card, you guys know I'm going to be so fucking happy. How are you, Shyla? I'm sorry, we're right at the end of the stream. Can we talk about Stephen Aspinlad's victory celebration? Yeah, sure. Playing with his titties. I told you, Shyla, tits were the theme of the card. Aspinlad's tits, Manel Cap's tits, Laura Sanko's tits. Yeah, yesterday's card can see UFC Vegas. Tits saved the day. It's just that Arab and Paki MMA YouTubers are getting bigger, so MMA Joey is getting left behind. Good. Couldn't have happened to a fatter guy. People even spell shit bad now, so half the engagement is just spell check and correction. I know, but I don't do that on purpose. I am actually retarded. Olga has better picks than Dougie. She didn't actually have better picks than me. Thank you. Pakistan MMA YouTube is huge right now. They're in the subreddits as well. They're a big part of MMA Joey's fan base. Well, good. I'm happy that MMA Joey's fan base is leaving him and his channel is dying off. Couldn't happen to a more dislikable member of our community. So that's good to hear. Really is good to hear. And I'm happy that Rigo had the worst picks this week. And I'm happy that I had some of the best picks this week. And Shyla, you came in at 19th for the entire year. You came in at 19th for the entire year, Shyla. So well done. 19th. You came in at 59.7%. The 19th best picker in here. Once you know a person doesn't genuinely believe what they're saying, it's no longer interesting or engaged. Yeah, I agree. Like, it's got to be a real experience. It's got to be an actual real experience, Nacho. It's got to be real. That channel has to be real. It has to be real. If it's not real, number one, the creator can't be bothered doing it when he's tired or when he's sick or when he's had a long work day or when he has got nothing to think about. Like, if it's not real, if you don't actually enjoy it, you can't just ramble on about something. It's got to be real. And number two, I don't feel like you guys like it because you guys feel like you're just engaging with something that's bullshit and fake. I never watched a Rigo video. He's creepy. He is creepy. Today does seem gloomy, Eric, but that's all right. We shall go to bed. We shall say our prayers. We'll go to the gym in the morning and we'll do it again. Love you too, Eric. Love you too. That's a nice, sweet note to end on. Boys, I'm out of here. Much love to everyone in Sydney, especially. Yeah. Discovered a new channel exposing MMA Joey for his hypocrisy. No Bromo MMA. I saw that video. It was great. I saw No Bromo's video. It was really good. That's it, guys. I'll see you. Can you rest this over why Australian players took that? Okay. No, I can't. Not the AM, bro. We love Sydney. We do love Sydney. So that's it. I'm out of here. Shout out to Lorenzo. I feel bad for Royval, and I'm certain he'll return better than ever. I'm sure he will too, Shyla. He just needs some time off. He's been through 2 wars this year. I'm out of here, guys. Have yourselves a great night wherever you are. If you're in America or Canada, have a great night. If you're in Australia, have a good evening and stay safe. Don't write anything stupid online. Don't say anything stupid online if you're in Australia. The heat is on right now. And if you're in Europe, have a very good day. And be careful around Christmas markets because you know how they fucking get. Go to Christmas markets. Enjoy Christmas markets. Don't let them scare us away from our Christmas markets, but just have situational awareness. And protect yourselves at all times. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Thank you guys for joining me. Appreciate it. Well done to everyone who made picks all year. Sweating, making picks all year. Well done to you guys. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Goodbye.